Welcome to my channel Techno Trend Zone. It's been over 3 years since Fujifilm introduced the X Pro 3, and fans of the brand's iconic rangefinder-style cameras are eagerly anticipating the release of its successor, the Fujifilm X Pro 4. Given the legacy of the X Pro series as a staple of Fujifilm's high-end lineup, the next iteration is expected to bring significant advancements in technology and design. In this article, we'll explore the latest rumors surrounding the X Pro 4, what improvements Fujifilm might introduce, and the possibility that the company may skip this model entirely in favor of a future release. We'll also delve into what Fujifilm can learn from past models and how the X Pro series can remain relevant in an increasingly competitive market. The anticipation for the Fujifilm X Pro 4. The X Pro series has been one of Fujifilm's most prestigious lines, known for its luxurious design, hybrid viewfinder, and appeal among street photographers and professional users who appreciate a classic shooting experience. However, more than 3 years have passed since the release of the X Pro 3, and stock for that model has become increasingly scarce. This has fueled speculation that Fujifilm is on the verge of announcing the X Pro 4, especially as demand grows for a new flagship camera that builds upon the strengths of its predecessors. Rumors about the X Pro 4 began circulating earlier this year, with sources suggesting that the camera will introduce several groundbreaking upgrades. While some reports indicate an imminent release, others suggest a delay, or even a model number jump, before the next iteration sees the light of day. Expected specifications of the X Pro 4. According to industry insiders, the X Pro 4 could be a game-changer in Fujifilm's lineup. Some of the most anticipated upgrades include 40MP APS-C X-Trans 5 BSI sensor. One of the most talked-about improvements is the rumored inclusion of Fujifilm's latest 40-megapixel APS-C X-Trans 5 BSI sensor. This sensor has already proven its capabilities in models like the X-T5 and X-H2, offering exceptional image quality, improved dynamic range, and high-resolution output. If the X Pro 4 incorporates this sensor, it would be a significant leap over the 26MP sensor found in the X Pro 3. X Processor 5 for faster performance. Paired with the new sensor, the X Pro 4 is expected to feature Fujifilm's X Processor 5, which would deliver enhanced speed, improved noise reduction, and superior color reproduction. This would allow for faster autofocus performance, better low-light shooting, and higher processing efficiency for both stills and video. 4K video at 60 FPS with 10-bit recording. Video capabilities have become increasingly important for photographers who also dabble in filmmaking. The X Pro 4 is rumored to support 4K video at 60 frames per second in high-quality 10-bit format, making it a compelling option for hybrid shooters who demand top-tier performance from both photography and videography perspectives. In-body image stabilization with 7 stops. One of the biggest rumored upgrades is the addition of 7-stop in-body image stabilization. This would be a game-changer for the X Pro series, making handheld shooting significantly more stable and allowing for greater flexibility in low-light conditions. If implemented, this feature would make the X Pro 4 an attractive option for both photographers and videographers alike. Redesigned user interface and menu system. Another potential upgrade is an improved user interface and menu system, similar to what has been introduced in the latest Fujifilm X-T5. The X Pro 3's menu system was functional but could benefit from more intuitive navigation, especially for users transitioning from other Fujifilm cameras. Improved hybrid viewfinder and enhanced build quality. The X Pro series is known for its hybrid optical-electronic viewfinder, and the X Pro 4 is expected to refine this feature further. Fujifilm might introduce a higher resolution EVF with increased magnification, improving clarity and usability. Additionally, rumors suggest that Fujifilm could enhance the overall build quality to compete more directly with luxury brands like Leica. Could Fujifilm skip the X Pro 4 and jump to the X Pro 6? Despite the excitement surrounding the X Pro 4, some sources claim that Fujifilm may skip this model entirely and instead launch the next iteration as the X Pro 6 in 2026. There are several potential reasons for this. The number 4 is considered unlucky in some cultures. In certain Asian cultures, the number 4 is considered unlucky because it sounds similar to the word for death. This superstition has led some companies to avoid using the number 4 in product naming. If Fujifilm follows this tradition, they might choose to skip the X Pro 4 altogether. Disappointing reception of the X Pro 3. While the X Pro 3 was an innovative camera, it had a divisive reception due to its hidden LCD screen. Fujifilm designed the screen to encourage photographers to use the viewfinder more, but many users found the design frustrating. This misstep may have led Fujifilm to take extra time to rethink the X Pro lineup and ensure the next model aligns better with user expectations. Longer development time for a high-end sensor. Fujifilm may be waiting to develop a new high-end sensor before launching the next X Pro model. While the 40MP sensor is impressive, a more advanced version tailored specifically for the X Pro series could elevate the camera's performance even further. What Fujifilm can learn from the X Pro 3. The X Pro 3 took a bold approach with its hidden LCD screen, but it wasn't well received by all users. Fujifilm needs to take key lessons from this release to ensure the next X Pro model meets expectations. Prioritize usability. Innovation should enhance, not hinder, functionality. A more traditional or articulating screen would be more practical than a hidden display. Improve autofocus performance. Competing brands have made significant strides in autofocus technology, and Fujifilm must ensure its next flagship camera keeps pace. Refine the hybrid viewfinder. Maintaining the classic appeal while enhancing usability will be crucial for the X Pro line's continued success. Balance retro design with modern features. While the X Pro series is beloved for its vintage aesthetic, Fujifilm must ensure that its functionality remains competitive in a rapidly evolving market. The future of the X Pro series. Whether Fujifilm releases an X Pro 4 or jumps directly to the X Pro 6, one thing is clear. The brand must carefully balance innovation with the expectations of its dedicated user base. The X Pro series has long been a favorite among street photographers, documentary shooters, and professionals who value a tactile shooting experience, and its future success will depend on how well Fujifilm listens to its customers. While waiting until 2026 for a new model may feel frustrating, taking the time to refine the next iteration could ultimately be beneficial. Fujifilm has an opportunity to learn from the past, gather user feedback, and create an X Pro model that truly stands out in the mirrorless camera market. Are you excited about the future of the X Pro series? What features would you like to see in the next model? Share your thoughts and join the discussion.